Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm your host, Quantum Tater. Say hello. Ah. Now, last time on 2 episodes of Tater Ball Z, I've frozen. There it is. Whoa, whoa. Last time we did some work. We did some things, some stuff, some things, stuff and things. Um, yeah, we had a couple of different conversations. Some comments from prior to. I will say one of the primary comments was that the hydrogen skiff would be named the hydrogen skiff potentially named Hopper from John, and then also the mobility scooter from Chad. Thank you for that. And then I think Clyde suggested. What did he suggest? I'm trying to find that note, and I cannot. I do not possess the ability to can. He said something. I can find it. Give me 2 seconds. Anyways, he said he was bad with names, but they did like the skiff. Clyde said that the reason it uses fuel so fast is because I have way too many thrusters on it for the amount of thrust necessary, which is entirely possible. He's probably not wrong about that. What else? What else do we got? We added some guns. We've obviously done a little bit of build out, kind of doing the design here. We've got some glass in. It's taking shape. Um, Clyde also. What else did you say, buddy? Man, I'm having to bounce around on my screen for some reason because I didn't do a good enough job trying to remember. Maybe the squid or the doubloon, and he said he had to look up how to spell doubloon. Me too. I would have had to have also looked up how to spell doubloon. I think we could probably turn these things on. I don't see a reason not to. I think we've got the power right now. Now, that being said, one of the things a guy from episode 11 said to hit Shift 1 and show warnings and then turn that off. Oh, it's still there. Experimental mode. Shift show all warnings. Show warnings in game. How do I turn that off? You can open this screen by pressing Shift F1. When ready, please hold. Let's see if this is working the way it's supposed to. Okay, you can open the screen. Current warnings and messages. Okay, cool. Thank you for all of these things. Show block limits. Blah blah blah. The Shift F1 is still there. So if I wait, it's gone. Aha. Okay. I think. And who was that? Ye gentleman. Iger builds. I believe Iger builds and beats. He said it was really distracting in SE1. Do not turn that off. I honestly have never, for all the stuff that's on my screen, to be honest, I don't pay enough attention. I probably ought to. So there's a lot of data here that I'm missing out on. Let's see. Now, in this last one, in episode 11, Chad said that I got dinged again on safety because of the near um, minor injuries running into stuff and plant-wide radiation exposure. Uh, Reminding everyone to think safely. I got a shower installed. Okay, that should be good. And then he said that I failed, like while I don't have a lot of ingots because I was looking at that stuff, I neglected to look at the sheer amount of cobalt ore that was collected. And you're right, that is a metric crapload, and I just need to let the containers catch up. So that's what's going to be happening. This is still only doing stone, and that's okay. Well, now it's not doing anything. I guess we could probably. I'm not going to. I was going to say we could whitelist this thing and let it go a little faster, but we're not going to do that. Let's see. John said he liked the idea. Almost got a working base. He liked the idea of a fully detached build for the farm. Kept Christopher mad, but building a farm like near here will then just mean that we have like we don't have a reason to go further out or the main base, since this is supposed to be just a sort of a refinery slash hold up. Fully automatic super farm could be fun. It could be nice. Let's see what else. You guys like the intro? I appreciate the change. Or I like the good thoughts towards that. Some of the edits are choppier than like they didn't bleed together as much as I wanted to. So I'm gonna be, I figure I'll probably update it once every like major things happen. Like we got the hopper as a potential name or the mobility scooter. Also in that vein, I threw in some like did some hunting or some like word smithing and using a little bit of that dear old Terminator as we do. And one of the things it came up with was the H nutter. That would be HNUTR. and that stands for Hydrogen Nimble Utility Tactical Runner. And so a part of me kind of thinks the H Nutter is funny enough that it might get the slot. And we'll put this on the thing here, and we'll just give this a H Nutter, Hydro Nimble Utility Tactical. What tactical runner? Tactical runner, I think is what. And so, but H Nutter is that's pretty funny. So we might we, we may keep that just for a minute. Anyways, all right. What we're gonna do today? We need to do some base stuff, and this is also going to be another week where we have a couple of episodes that I'm not going to have time in between. So I kind of did those 2 episodes of comments and stuff, and we're going to have a couple like that. I think this one's going to be very similar in that vein, only because I have a business conference that I have to go to this week, and so it is. It is what it is, and it's okay. It's not too bad. It's not the worst thing in the world. Um, I think, it's what, like I said, it is. It is what it is. So I will say, I think this may be what you're talking about. Nova Gamer 2175 said that this. I think he's talking about this window, saying that it's absolutely devious for airlocks. Yeah. So in Space Engineers, there's a weird physics glitch that happens. Unfortunately, fortunately, it depends on. It really depends on how you look at it. But long and the short of it is curved blocks, and it can be anything. It could be a plate block. It could be a glass block like this. Um, they tend to block off. Um, they tend to keep things sealed. So in any way where you have one of those, you can absolutely do that. I got ourselves a toilet. I've got to did all this. This site's pretty much not going to be used much longer. It is really just to memorialize this crater here, which I want to do something about that. Maybe we do something this episode. Maybe we don't. But yeah, so I have a timer block that's auto closing those things. Basically, is what's happening. So that's how that's working. But yeah, it's very useful to have curved blocks, curved glass, slanted blocks, any of them, and it works across the board almost. So like you can effectively create an airtight space without having the full functioning airlock. Kind of, I mean, it's using a game parameter. It's using something the game does. Is it taking advantage of the fact that it's glitched? Yeah, 100%. It is. It is. Chad, I was thinking about what you were saying about this thing being a fuel hog, and what I could potentially do. What if, what if we start off the episode by simply attempting to get this thing? Um, we can do this. We can do this. We only have one side to side, right? Is that correct? That is correct. So we can call this guy. We'll do port. I think is because port's left. Yep, and red. No port left. Thank you, John. I believe SB, and we can turn those off. We can turn one of those off, and then for the forward thrust, I think we only have the one. But what we can do is I can turn off one of each of these things. That way the fuel is being saved. Um, I don't know. We'll say we'll just do it for all of them, except for the down thrust. I'm probably not going to limit those, but my thought was this. So I get up out the cargo here, and then I can go into um, thruster. Wait, we have an unbuilt block? What's unbuilt? Maybe we don't. I don't know. Okay, so then we'll do port thruster, port down, port. Oh, we can't have both of these turned off, so we're going to leave the hydrogen thrust downward on the starboard side open. And then I don't think. Oh, we do have a lot. We'll call this forward. And what I'm trying to do, I want to create a group of basically auxiliary thrusters. So like, oh, we need to turn on all the thrust for a quick escape. Like maybe we could do that. But I don't think this is going to achieve what Chad was saying necessarily, but I do have, um, let's do port backwards hydrogen thruster, port down thruster, starboard forward, port forward. Where's port forward? All the ports get turned off, one starboard forward thrust, and then we'll do Where's the port backwards? Hydrogen thrust up. Oh, the forward. I want this one. And these will be aux thrust. What we can do is I can go here, type in aux thrust, toggle on off, and I can turn those thrusters off, and then it's just left, right, one reverse, and two down. And we'll see if that gets us if that yields us the thrust we need. We need to get the, why is this not built? What do we need? Radio components. So we need radio components. That's what we just don't have radio components. So that's that. We need to paint that thing. I might paint that off stream. That's not super fun for you guys to see, but we'll get this painted at some point. But we do need to come over here and get radio components. I'm going to say 10. I think 10 radio components is probably all we need. And maybe not even 10, honestly. But we'll do 10 just for good measure so that they exist. And then we can safely sit here. We can go to, I don't know why all of the, what are those things called? Somebody give me the name. Welders. Welders. Save. Turn them all on. Turn them all off. That way we don't get nuked. In case you don't know, guys, for new people. By the way, welcome. Welcome, Nova Gamer and Ager Builds. Welcome, welcome to the party. We are, for those who don't know, using a couple of mods. They're in the list, but I have one that just increases the range of welders by 8 squares, I think is what it is. And the only reason I do that is because honestly, oh my gosh, this is being a terrorist right now. We do that because the stock ones aren't that great, and I didn't want to use a tiered mod one. So the H Nutter, there we are, and we are the Pirate Au Gratin's H Nutter. Ooh, yeah, meteor storm, great, I love it. I love it for me. So what we're gonna do today? Ah, man, I'm off track already. Come on, close, close, close. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There we go. What we're going to do today, we're going to grab the parts necessary. We're going to take the squirrel. We're going to have to take the squirrel. I know, guys, everybody. Say what you will about the squirrel. He's been very capable. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I know the base isn't finished yet, but we need to get some magnesium flowing in. So we're going to take the squirrel. That's the plan today. We're going to take the squirrel and we're going to build ourselves a little magnesium mine. And that's just what we are going to do. And so what I'm doing now is just getting the squirrel into a position that I can very easily grab some parts. So what do we need? Let's go ahead and we're going to make a list. This is bar number 3. Yeah, you know what I want to do? I want to create, this might get moved at some point, but if it does, I'm going to create, we're going to create, okay, we're not going to do this yet. Okay, so what we need to do, we need to make a small compact antenna. So let's, or no, we don't need a small one. We need a full antenna. Okay, so full size antenna. And we're going to dump that in there. And grab another one. 30 radio components. Good grief. That's why that list needs to be out. This is why I get safety complaints, Chad. Apparently we need 30 radio components. I was mistaken when I thought we only needed 10. Radio components. There we go. That should work on that. So, what I was going to do, what I was going to say is we need to build up the stuff for one of those. So this bar here is going to be, first we will need a control seat. We don't need this, don't need that. Ore detector, I think we could keep that on the bar, but I want to move it down one because it's sort of like a permanent block we're going to be using on stuff. So we'll stick that right there. Now we need drills. I'm just going to do the basic drill. I'm not looking for a crazy amount of that. We already have all the components, so basic drill, definitely need that. And yeah, that's going to be to start off. So let's grab the rest of our components. We need 6 more radio components. All right, and then we need a basic drill. And just in case, we're going to pack 2 things worth of basic drill because I don't want to mess around with that too much. Then we're going to need, what else are we going to need? We need at least one small cargo container. I'm going to go with cargo terminal. I know they're the same parts, but it just is what it is. And then let's get ourselves some, we're just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Grab the rest of those if I can. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and get ourselves probably a couple of the junctions. 5, that should be good. Beautiful. Okay, so that's cargo. So we got ourselves cargo, got ourselves conveyors, we got ourselves the drill. We don't have power, so we need at least some power. So that means I think we're going to need probably, um, let's go with an advanced rotor, which needs the rotor part as well, which is obnoxious, by the way. Advanced rotor part. I don't like that those things are two separate entities in the world of things. Is Hinge the same way? Is Hinge the same problem? Hinge part. I assume it is, so we'll just make sure we grab that. And then we're going to need a small grid, so we need at least one additional hinge and hinge part, because we're going to need a small grid component guy. And what I want to do for that, we're going to have to go with, we're going to need at least one event controller, which we can actually go small grid if we want to. And then we're going to need a custom turret controller, which we can also go small grid. I need 4 detector components. I don't have that. I'm not going to open that door. Eventually I'll have to, but not now. Not today. Do I have detector components on here? That is the question. The answer is no. Okay, production. We need a detector component. Boop. Hey, there's one. Now if I reformat this thing, recompile please. Now detector component should exist. We're going to go with, well, I have no idea. Cancel that. Anybody know what the detector component for this is? How much do we need for this? Detector components are what? 20. I was going to say 20. So, hey, I was close. I was close in thinking. I should have just said it out loud so you guys knew I was the real deal. Anyways, detector components. There we go. Boom. Got that on the cooker. Get that done. And for new guys, Nova and Iger, this is the squirrel. I'm sure you've seen it. If you've watched the episodes prior, then you'll know, but that's what the squirrel looks like. 3 more detector components. Put that in there. And why are we not producing? What's going on there? Cannot withdraw 3 detector components. Why not? I don't understand. Why not? Eat some more snacks. Is it because detector components are not being built? Is that what it is? That's what it feels like. Detector components. Get out right now. I thought I said 20. I see, yep, there's 20. Okay, let's go ahead and recompile so you're not losing your damn mind. Oop, lag spike. Okay, we'll use the door. What? I didn't realize that was, man, it's dark. Sorry, Clyde, that's on me. I didn't realize that was, I didn't realize. You know what we're gonna do? I know that I don't like building in the sunlight, but we're gonna build in the sunlight. We're gonna take the chance. Let's go this. We're gonna turn off our non-auxiliary engines, and we're gonna go over to the ground zero really quick and sleep the night away. Oh, I didn't think about the front engines being weird. Yeah, I didn't think about it. Ooh, that's a pretty good looking vehicle, guys. I don't know. It's wonky. It doesn't really serve a purpose because it's not like my personal inventory is going to be so great that I can really do the things I want to do. Um, Solar panels looking a little beat up over here. That is interesting. Anybody noticing something? right about there. What do you suppose? Ow. What do you suppose happened here? Uh, I don't know why that's success. What, why do you suppose that happened? That's very odd. I also feel like, I'm pretty sure that's where the camera was at. Mother, dang it. Okay. Does that mean a meteor squared this thing up right in the middle? Like, what the hell happened there? Soul cam, there we go. Get that done. These things still have ammo, right? I'll check again. Yeah, 40. We checked last time. Why do we suppose that happened? I don't know. That's fascinating. Okay, go in here. Get some more juice. Eat some foods. Sleep off the night. It's daytime. I can't sleep. Beautiful. Love that for me. That explains why those batteries aren't charging anymore. Um, what is it called? Custom turret. Solar turret. Yeah. That means that huh. Weird. I thought it was nighttime and I was getting ready to sleep off the night, but it's not nighttime yet. So, but that's an interesting problem. I don't know why that happened. So, okay, well, doesn't matter. We can come in here. We can eat another kelp crisp. I know. I'm just chowing down on kelp crisp. It's not really worth it. These should be getting charged now. This whole building should be getting charged now. Of course, obviously not with. Come on, sleep, sleep, sleep. There we go. Now we're sleeping. All right, now we're gonna have daylight. This one's for you, Clyde. We got the daylight specifically for you. Whee! Oh, let's see if it's working. Hey, would you look at it? Would you just look at it? That's what's supposed to be happening. What do you know? Um, all right. So, why am I? Oh, what is going on here? I'm having some troubles. I'm like Tokyo drifting this bad boy. Um, I guess I turned off. I know I know exactly what's happening here. Ooh, I don't have a lot of side thrust. The H nutter is. I don't know if I'll be able to call it that. We may still pull the audience for numbers because for names. I don't know that I could call it the H nutter. I'm trying, but it's I don't know. It's pretty rough. Okay, let's get some plates because we got. Did we get the batteries worth? I want one battery. Oh, I didn't mean to color that red. Okay, we got one battery. Well, you know what we should build is one of those modular batteries, right? We're supposed to be using those things. Um, what do those take? I don't even know, if I'm being honest. 8. They require. They don't require batteries. That is interesting. So we can toss that in there. And then we just have to go in and have production make us what? We need 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then what we can do, um, I'm assuming those are part of the tools. Yeah, they are. I don't, there should be a second, what is this thing called? Power core. Power core. We need one more. One more, please. Thank you. Okay, so what we'll do, because we already have it charged, I'm glad that this is stupid is what this is. I'm losing air because of the things that I'm doing here. So what we can do is we can put this one in, We can grab the charged ones, right? And then we put in the uncharged ones. Look at that. Hey, I need that back. Look at that. We got 4 of those all charged up. Hell yeah. Okay, so we've got a battery. We've got the power core battery thing going. I think, oh, and then steel plates. We just need a metric crap load of steel plates, and probably let's just grab some of all the components, right? We'll just grab sure all of those, most of those. Check. We've got. It's not like we don't have the materials here to potentially do everything we need to do. So we need a lot of steel plate, a lot of steel plate components. Get back here. Okay, and now we're just gonna head over to the magnesium spot, and we're gonna see if we can't get ourselves magnesium mine. Ooh, this thing is laden. Oh, there's some regret in weighing this much in space engineers on the moon, or just in general. But that's okay. We're gonna do it. We're only a couple of meters away from magnesium, so we'll establish a little mine. We'll make a little hut around it. Um, it's not gonna be airtight, so we'll just make it. It's gonna be like a little shed, I think is my plan. Uh, and then we'll figure out how to establish how to get the thing on it without too much strife is my plan. We're obviously having to go really slow. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna drive over there and then we're gonna cut to time lapse right meow. And we'll see how it looks when we get to that point. So let's go. We just heard a loud noise. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, I see it. Oh, it's a decoy. That's not good. I thought that was a warhead. I okay. Got you now, buddy. Access denied. Why? You've been hacked. You can't access deny me. Ooh, I will take that though. What do you suppose happened here? Is there any interior turrets? Nope. Just a freaking catastrophic wreck? What the Well, alright. Anyway, that's fun. Back to the time lapse. I was trying to clear out of space and I heard this loud thud, and I think that military enforcer sent that guy down here. So that's neat. Let's go ahead and stuff that in there. I'm gonna grab some parts from this thing really quick because I forgot to pack a Gatling gun, and for meteor shower purposes, wouldn't be a bad idea. But I got some Gatling ammo, so I might as well like take advantage of the scenario as we have it, right? That's my theory. That's my theory. So let's go and grab that. I also want to see what's in this loose cargo container over here. There's oh, more ammo. Okay, well, heck yeah, we're flush with ammo right now. There's another crate. Is this? Oh, that's a substantial amount of ice. Okay. Well, there you go. I don't really need the ice, but it's not a bad idea to have it, right? That's my theory. I think that's going to disappear before I have a chance to really clean it up. I don't plan to do that right this second. I really was just trying to go we're gonna grab a little bit more of that ice, only because why not? Is really the answer to that question. I don't know if we need it. We don't. We definitely don't need it. We just drilled a ton of ice, but it never hurts to have additional ice balls. So what if can I just take this in there? No, I didn't think I could, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
Inventory.
Yeah, inventory full. What else is in here? Is there anything? We should do a little scouting just to make sure there's not. I'm gonna get shot in the face. I can feel it. Okay, there's a control seat. Oh, you know what?
Inventory full. Inventory full.
So there's some weird noises happening. I don't know exactly what's going on there. This is very exciting. Exciting stuff happening on the
Inventory
spacing of the
full.
engineers.
Inventory full.
Let's go over here and see what's in this case. If it's more gun, oh man, there's just tons of ice. Okay, we're not gonna farm all that ice. We're not gonna farm all this stuff. It's interesting. Okay, well, thank you for the rec. That's was fun and exciting. Anything back here that I need to be aware of, maybe? No, I think we're good. Okay, now back to what I was trying to do before I got super distracted by all that crap. Let's grab ourselves the blocks necessary to get this mine up. And I think the first step is going to be basically we need to grab um, these guys here, and we need to see about uh, making a platform that make this thing hitting the. Ooh, do we want to do that? Maybe we do that instead. That might be an idea. Okay, so to protect the drill itself, what if we come in here? We're gonna. Okay, yeah. Time lapse time. All right. So what there was a couple things we didn't do. One, we didn't freaking we messed up and didn't we didn't 2, 3, 4. We didn't bring any solar material. We didn't bring anything for solar panels. I don't know why. I don't know what why my brain was like, nah, we don't need that shit. But we didn't, so that's okay. We're gonna get a couple of them placed at least. This should be enough, honestly, to keep that drill going. And then I think we're even gonna go a little cray cray. I don't know about that's not the way I would describe it, but we're definitely gonna go. Oh, wrong button. What is going on here? We're gonna get a little PDC action. Um, and let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be good. We may not be able to get the sun stuff right away, but we can go get our 4 solar panels, and we can get our whatever else we need. Get the solar panels. Probably could go pick up a bunch of stuff from that. Are we just out of stuff? We may be out of those parts. Yeah, we kind of are. That's okay. Not a big deal. We don't have a way.
Thunderstorm
Oh,
inbound.
yep, here we go. This is why we do this. This is why we do this. Let me go grab this stuff for a camera. You know, we got this stuff for a camera here, I bet. So 8. Let's get ourselves a little camera placed up there. Hopefully meteors don't take this thing out before I even get a chance to get it off the ground. There we go. We got ourselves a solar camera. Is this ready to go? Yeah, it is. Okay, beautiful. And then we need this. We need that. We need that. What else do we need? And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of those things. And we're going to see if we can't pull all the stuff out for those things. I bet we don't have it, though. So, yeah, we don't have that. We don't have that. There we go. We go get that stuff here in a second. We take this thing back to the base. I don't know if that crashed, that shipwreck is still over there, but we got ourselves we're producing some much needed stuff. We've emptied this thing out quite effectively. So let's just really quick go over here. There we go. Do that. Let's just quickly go over here. We'll get back to the iron base. We'll pick up the things we need to get the rest of this stuff done. I can probably backpack those things because there wasn't that much material. And then we should probably dock this up over at the other base at some point as well. Got ourselves some sweet, sweet ammo. We're finally getting some magnesium is going to happen. That's exciting. I love that H Nutter is definitely broadcasting us. That's not at all suspicious or weird. Don't mind any. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about that, right? We don't worry about that. Um, we do not have a current docking station for this guy at this base, so everything it's carrying effectively just gets to go back to the other base. Is kind of what I'm thinking. We might need a hauler at some point. You know what I can do though? I can weld this up while I'm sitting right here. Yeah, that's right. Go go squirrel. Feel better about it. As we all should. As we all should. I think that's going to be... I think we got that thing up and running. We just got to get these things welded in and squared up. And then what? And then we go to the next shebang. We got to get that place set up over there. I don't think... Did I... I did put some stuff on it for an antenna, so we can definitely throw an antenna on over that guy. And then I need to repaint the tail on this thing. My squirrel does not have a yellow butthole. Um, or it shouldn't have a yellow butthole. That's a weird phrase to say out loud. Um, I'm not proud of it, but I will say it's driving a little better with some weight. The gravity's kind of keeping it a little more down. I say that and I immediately am about to get skyrocketed into the sky because I'm driving like a fool. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and get these things welded up. We got 1, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items we gotta weld really quick. Get that knocked out, all successfully undone. Right there. Weld that all the way up, weld that all the way up, weld this all the way up, weld this all the way up, and then there we go, beautiful. Just like that, we got ourselves some power. The thing that I need to do next, probably a display that I don't have for some reason. Why don't I have a display? There we go. I think what I might do with that, and I don't actually know for sure, but we'll go ahead and stick this. We need the antenna built, so that's what I'm trying to do really quick. Grab 100 blocks right there. So we got this block like so, like so, and then oh, can't do that. I cannot weld that thing off. Okay, that's perfect. We don't need to. There we go. I think we should be able to weld those things up from over here, right? Get those things turned on. Do we see it? Do we see the weld happening? No, we don't. That's okay. I can fix that. Wow. Beautiful. Okay. We got 2 batteries on board. These guys are charging. That guy's not yet, but that's okay because we're going to come in here. We're going to grab the controller. That's the wrong button. Control. Nope, still the wrong button. Controller. Turret controller. We're going to say point azimuth rotor, sol rotor, azimuth pitch, hinge, camera, bada boom, bada bing. Bob's your uncle, always aim at the sun. Look at that, juice being generated. Perfect. And then the turret up there, we should be able to come over here. I can grab all of this ammo, and I can put it in right here as a safety precaution. And then the next thing I want to do, event controller wise, I think we're just going to say, for the event controller, we're going to say cargo capacity filled percentage. We're going to say 97%, equal or greater to 97%, and the action you're going to do is you're going to, when true, turn off, when false, turn on, so that we just turn, so this drill's just not constantly running all the dang time. And then what cargo containment, we're going to right there. Boom. So once this gets full to a certain point, it will do that. What we need to do next is quick building shenanigans. Yeah, I'll pick you up here in a second. More time lapse, go. Alrighty, I think I can grab some parts if this shipwreck is still over here. Heck yeah. We're just gonna come grab 100 pieces of gear. Because why not? You know, why not? What do we have? Ooh, cosmic coffee. You don't say. That's fun and exciting. We get some parts here. We don't really need, these parts here would be great for getting the stuff welded up over there, I think. That's,
Inventory
you
full.
know, inventory full. Love that, love that.
Inventory full.
Get back over to the nut, what, squirrel. I'm not driving the nutter. That'd have been embarrassing. I mean, probably still a little embarrassing, but not too much. So let's get this in there. I think we got ourselves a little magnesium mine going up. Let's see if we can weld some more stuff up. Looks like we can. That's beautiful. I love everything about that. Go get some more parts, because that's what we do. We, I think it's imperative to clean up, around you, the landscape and stuff that you've, don't let your dreams be dreams, guys, or something. I don't know. I'm, I don't know. I don't really know what I was saying there in that, except for that none of this is going to help me weld. By the way, I know this. You know this. We all know it. But maybe some of it will. Some of this could be good for the environment. The last thing we need is another toxic moon spill to impact local flora and fauna. And so that's what we're doing. We are the cleanup crew for the moon currently, much like in what is it, No Man's Sky right now, the Remnant Expedition. Pretty entertaining. I've been having some fun with it. It's not like, I mean, it is an interesting gameplay loop, and it's not something like, I think largely unemployed said it best. That space engineers, if you want to build a spaceship, like custom build spaceships and do spaceship stuff, there's no game better than space engineers. This Doombox was going to ruin somebody's life one day. It's going to be my life. That's the life it ruins. We all know it, but trying to stay positive. So yeah, let's get some more parts really quick. We're almost full of inventory, and then we can go back to welding stuff up over
Inventory.
there. I really
Inventory
expected,
full.
you know what? It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be okay. I really expected to, no, I thought I brought more than I would need for all this stuff, but I think I added some extra things like the troffer lights and things like that. So it makes sense that we couldn't fully get this thing welded up right away. Gonna loop around the edge over here. Drive a little bit on the wall of my nice little cozy house. Oh, flip my vehicle because I have no... There we go. We got ourselves... Look, we even have lighting now. That's... Can't beat that. You can't beat that. Well, you can, but why would you? Why would you want to? Is the question I have for you guys. You don't want to beat stuff, as far as I know. Go into here. I'm just gonna see if I've got the parts for this troffer light down here, so I have some light down on the inside. I think it'd be a good use of my remaining parts. I do. Hooray for us. Dive into the hole. Into the hole. There we go. Nice little light. Gives us something to, you know, we can't really see down into the hole, but like kind of just a little maintenance hatch. Kind of give it some flavor. Um, that's it. This is all we needed for this. And then now what I can do is I can absolutely just take as much of this as possible. Oh, the question is, does the Gatling gun see? It does. So, moon protection, check. We're good there. As far as parts go on this thing, did I not? Oh, am I out of small steel tubes? I bet I am. No, no, I got it. Why won't this weld up? That's weird. HUD text. Let's give this thing, what do we call it? I got it. MG. Is it minor? If it's a G minor, MG minor. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like musically speaking, it's like a minor. Anyways, yeah, we got it. We're there. Good stuff. We got some parts. We're cruising with our homies. Let's get back to the main base, and then I think I'm gonna take the squirrel. That's gonna be our next thing. So let's do one more quick hippity hoppity, get off my property time lapse, and yeah, that was a lot. I think we did some good work here. Um, Prioritize the magnesium, and then it may be time to make a cargo shuttle. No, it's not. Next episode, we're gonna be working on getting this thing rounded up. We're gonna get the base built a little bit. I just want to get over here and get parked, and then I will say goodbye to you fine folks, and we'll go on to the next one. Hopefully, I can cut this down with some reasonableness, and we'll have no additional crashes or explosions. That would be super great and nice. Wouldn't that be great and nice? I think it'd be great and nice. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this, you know what to do. Smash the buttons, comment the comments, resist the authorities. Next episode, we work on this thing. I appreciate you guys. And as always, I will catch you later, taters. You know what time it is. I will catch you later, taters. And as always, be kind, stay ornery. Bye.